Welcome to my live. I have to say, I have a few new subscribers. Welcome if you're new subscribers. Welcome to Deep Ministries. I know the name Deep Ministries sounds like something church, but no, this has nothing to do with church. In some ways. In some way, but concentrate on the word deep. And thank you for the support. Thank you all for the support. Thank you. Man. I think our ancestors, if you're out there and you're raising your vibration, and so many people are, oh my gosh, I know so many people aren't. But remember, we only need 10%. We only, for the billions of us, we probably need 1 million. For the hundreds of us, we probably need 100, 500 to continue on this path, because the energy is wild. It's wild. It's wild. Whoever and whatever is helping this consciousness ascension, I am grateful. I don't profess to know everything about the realm we're living in, but I know Earth affects every other aspect of the universe. We're not just here. We in this low vibration, we're not only affecting ourselves, we're affecting other species, we're affecting other realms. Because hurt is the heart, and the heart means the middle. And if the heart is in such a low vibration, it affects the entire aspect of us. Because as the Bible tells us, if one part of the body, even the pinky, if the pinky hurts, even so, it affects the entire body. It affects the brain. So we're all one body. From source, it's the main source. We're expressions of the divine source. And if we're expression of the divine source, when one of us is in such a low vibration, these beings that came and have the gods in such a low vibrational energy, telling us to depend on somebody else, that we don't have the power. And I saw a creator tap on something I tapped in a couple of years ago. Even to run our own universe, we don't need to be in jails. We don't need to. We don't need no one to govern us. Let's break it down to that. And even in jobs, they tell you you can only be this, and you have to have a supervisors. We don't need supervisors. We don't need managers. We don't need supervisors. The God power within us, we can do anything we want to do. I know when we were little, they told us you can do anything that you want. Yes. That's who we are. Anything. We don't even have to go to school. And let me tell you, I am so happy for the young people that's coming up. They're going to get to experience this more, because they are less denser than we are. You know, the energy flowing into the universe, they can pick it up. They're picking it up. They're going to be smarter. I was watching Speed. I saw Speed in the Caribbean, touring the Caribbean. And the youth, he was in Jamaica yesterday, and the youth, they are so smart. Listen, colleges and universities, everyone gonna have to step up their games. Jobs, especially jobs. Because if you're out there and you're raising your vibration and you're working, and you'll be like, oh my gosh. The thinking of the company you work in, the policies and all that can't be archaic. You have to step up your game. Because now you're thinking, the only company I can see that's really raising their game is Chick-fil-A. I love how Chick-fil-A run their company. And no more you're gonna feel all good, I'm the boss of this and the boss of that. No. You have to come with some creative solution to some problems. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. And these companies now, they all run by people who have knowledge of the universe. They're all part of the system to keep us dumbed down. So we don't know who we are. So they know they know what's going on. Yeah, so today's topic is the return of the gods. The return of the gods. And this is where we have to get out of skin color. There's a scripture says, by the fruits you shall know them. By the fruits you shall know them. I don't care your race. I don't care what race you are. If you are one of those people that I spoke about earlier who are raising their vibration, who are questioning everything, who are feeling the energy pouring into the realm, who have left the church, who's not buying into the African theory that we all come from Africa, and not buying into the Jesus theory, who are finding ways to heal your body, who are changing your diet, who are ignoring. If you are one of those and you're ignoring the noise, the distraction, oh my God, especially if you are listening to me and you are ignoring the distraction around you, the wars, the Epstein files, even the new virus that's coming out. If you know, oh my God, some people on TikTok, if I could just hug them. Oh, they're just reading the room. They're reading the room. Male, female, black, white, brown, gray, old, young. We're in the part of life where the things that used to divide us doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because if you are doing anything and that I just spoke about, you're one of the gods. You are one of the gods. You're one of the gods that returning, not just returning. When I wrote returning, I'm like, I really wanted to put remembering. Remembering, you are remembering who you are. And, you know, when I think about this too, I'm like, I can't imagine what you have been through. Because of myself, I remember when I said no, I try to do the church and I try to wake up and I try to do the church and I try to wake up. And let me tell you, if you are out there and you come in contact with Mama, with the divine mother, with the divine feminine, this is what's in the Bible. You can't be the same anymore. Thank you. Let me see who's this. Flea Love. Oh, thank you for liking the live, Flea Love. Yeah. You can't be the same anymore. And when she touched me, she let me felt her presence. When she let me feel her presence, oh my gosh, that was it for me. I know we are part of something that can't even express with words, that the church can't even fathom. That your family, unless they come in contact with it, you can't even explain it to your dearest, not even to your children. Not even to your children. So, if you are the one of those that I mentioned earlier, you're seeing through this matrix. It doesn't matter what move they make. You're seeing through it. They're seeing through it. Welcome. It's the return of the gods. And thank you for doing the work. Thank you for doing the work. Even though sometimes when you hear your family members still speak, you want to be like, no, no, no. But we have to be patient. We have to be patient. Continue to live the life. Continue to walk in our authority, in our knowing. Not believing, in our knowing. If we continue to walk in our knowing, then our family members and eventually our children, wherever we are in the world, we're holding that code. That's why we came here. That's why we came here. And I was also thinking too today, I'm like, if people only if people only knew that the things they put so much emphasis on in this world has no influence in the spiritual realm. You're worried about, especially homosexuality. I have no time. I'm not saying the race thing is not bad, but listen, people are gods, and they are free to live whatever life they want to live. The most important thing, and I'm going to do this on a separate video. I'm keep waiting for somebody to do this video. And I'm not seeing it, so maybe I have to do it, because I see the church like to talk about how homosexuality is sin and Sodom and Gomorrah and whatever. But we shouldn't care how anyone is living their personal lives. The most important thing in this world, and when you come into this knowledge, is to live your authentic life. Live your authentic life, whatever makes you happy. You want to talk about sin? Sin is when you're pretending to be something that you're not. So when you start pretending to be something that you're not, when you start pretending to be something that you're not, that's when you can't ascend. You can't raise your vibration. You can't raise your consciousness. So we have to stop with the divisiveness, and this is the separation. This is where everything is being separated, because you're worried about people's sexuality. You're still worried about somebody's race. And I'm one who, and I talked about the return of the gods, and I'm looking at you and be like, oh my gosh, you haven't tapped into your divinity as yet. You still have work to do. Listen, we don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time to go to everybody. That's why we do these videos, even when nobody watches them. Because I just noticed some of my videos, people just start watching them, and I posted them like a couple of years now. Even when you're not popular, we still have to come on TikTok and speak our truth and speak what's taking place in our realm, the downloads that we're getting. I have to start writing a book about everything the universe, my higher self, source is pouring in. So I have time to come and talk about it. So if you're out there and you're still in, I don't care right now who you are, even if you're looking at me, you look like me, you look like me, even if you look like me. If you are still judging people by their physical attributes, by their lifestyle, You're not one of the gods that's returning right now. You still have work to do. You still have work to do. So, oh, I think this realm was set up. I think this realm was set up that those who are in control, they call themselves the government, those who are in control of knowledge of who we are. Of knowledge of who we are. And probably it goes by bloodline. I haven't confirmed that yet. My yourselves and my ancestors haven't confirmed if it goes by bloodline. Yeah, now I'm getting that. I did have a dream. I think it goes by about bloodline. And they have knowledge of who we are. They knew this time was going to come. So those people who have the God gene, you might say gene. I saw someone says God consciousness. We all come from source, and those who is not there yet, that have work to do, especially for those. And I hope you know who you are. I did a video already about those who are still evolving as a divine being to come to the knowledge of self, because it seems like we're all here, but we're all mixture of everything. I saw someone says today everyone came from a woman. Everyone didn't come from a woman. Everyone, I think some people are egg born. I think some people, and even if they're not egg born, they're probably some hybrid race. And I think some people come from a test tube, cloning, but it seems like everyone has a level of consciousness. It doesn't matter how they came on this earth. There's a level of consciousness that they can evolve to get that their soul to be connected to the source. So if you're in this realm and you think you're on the top, or you're the better, or you're the least, we equally have work to do, because as I said, the gods are returning. Some of us come here to help in the ascension of this earth, and some of us come here to evolve out of the way we came on this earth, to be connected to the divine source. So we all have work to do. So what they do, they come and they keep us distracted. Do you control your own life? Yes, I do control my own life. Whoever that is, I do. And yeah, so some of us come here for a purpose. We all have a purpose when we come here. And the goal is, so they give us this narrative, so we never sit down with self. We never go into self and see our purpose. And with the gods who are rising, who are remembering, they did the work. They did the work. So it doesn't matter how they get to it. Someone says it doesn't matter how you start the race, it's how you finish the race. It's how you finish the race. And with the rise of the gods, with the remembering of who we are, it helps in the rise, in raising the consciousness of the realm. It helps in raising the consciousness of the realm. So now you have the noise out there about alien disclosure. You have, oh, why is my phone so dark? Forget that. You have this thing about alien disclosure. Alien what? Alien disclosure. They're going to disclose that alien has visited us, and alien probably live among us. And as I said, if you're raising your consciousness, you'll probably already know that. And what if they are? I don't know if they want us. I don't know why my phone is so dark. I don't know if they want us to be afraid of aliens, afraid that there's another species. This earth is run. This realm is run upon fear. Have us constantly in this fight or flight mode. Have our emotions so chaotic at all times. There's always an enemy. There's always something to be fearful of. Always. And especially when we're coming into a period of where maybe more energy is going to come into the realm, where we're going to come into more knowledge of self, or something big is going to happen. They're going to find a way to distract us. They're going to find a way to distract us. So now is the time. I know, as I said earlier, we don't have time for you to give you the spoon-fed food, but all I can say now is the time to go within, spend some time with yourself to see the purpose of why you're here on earth, why you came here, why you're having this experience. See how, go through your bloodline. Don't buy into the divisive techniques that we were forced into. Don't buy into rich and poor. Don't buy into culture. Don't buy into sexuality. Don't buy into spirituality. Not just spirituality, but worshiping. Let me say, worshiping something outside yourself. Don't buy into that. Don't buy into that. Now is the time for us to know who we are, because what is coming? What is coming? We have to be ready. We have to be ready. All the divisive things they told us before, not going to help us in this time. Not going to help us in this time. And now let me see. Now they have this virus coming out, another virus coming out. But what I've noticed, if this video find you, what I've noticed is they gave us the blue book. They gave us the blue book about these viruses. And I'm also going to put Hurricane Melissa in this blue book of how not to react, because what the previous 2020 virus, I'm not going to call the name so I could stay here a little longer on this live. I don't know, right now it's real dark. I don't know why. Yeah, what they showed us during COVID was, it's like they put something out and they tell us without we even seeing it. You know, they put something out and says, this is happening, so many people are dying. And we start panicking and we start running and everything. And we had that energy to it. We had that fear, we had that energy to it. And we manifest it. We manifest what they told us. They know how the universe works. These love bugs are something else. They know how the universe works. So they just have to tell us something. And in our ignorance, we manifest it. We are the one that's running this realm. Because we are the ones who is still connected to source. The gods that I'm talking about today. We have the power. They don't. They rebel. They cut themselves off from source. So they have us here and guiding our emotions wherever, whatever they tell us, they move our emotions. Remember, we create with our thoughts and our emotions. So they tell us something is coming, and we start panicking and being fearful, going to the grocery store, buying up food. It's the same thing with hurricane. That's why they let you vote and put people in authority and think they know more than you do. So, or because they know more than you do, then you get a doctor come out, oh, this is what's that, and this is what's going, and we buy into it. That's why they tell a vision. They tell a vision. And we manifest it because we are the creators of this realm. We're the creators of this realm. So now another thing's coming up, and somehow I'm getting that what this new one is associated with the rise in consciousness, with the return of the gods. This new one is associated with that. So this is just another distraction to stop what's happening with the remembering of who we are. So whoever this message finds have to make an effort if they want to believe what they're hearing or what the television is showing them. And if they're going to play a part in manifesting another pandemic, are you going to play a part in manifesting another pandemic? Huh? I remember when the Hurricane Melissa was going to go to Jamaica. It was out there and out there and out there. And somehow it was like the energy, people weren't buying into it. So it wasn't getting a lot of energy. And I don't care who want to believe. I don't care. This is not belief anymore. And it was out there, and the energy around the island was so powerful that it couldn't go in. But they wanted to go in. So what they did, they created a scenario where they open up the coming of a Cat 5 hurricane. You have the alphabet media coming in. You have everybody around the world glued to their television. They had to make it the largest storm. They have to make it so ridiculous so people were buying to it and give it the energy. And that's the only way that storm could have moved, because they have to get everybody energy. You don't understand who we are. Energy goes where attention goes, where energy beings. They talk about flesh. Flesh is just matter. We're just a low vibration of consciousness. We're electric beings. We're electromagnetic beings. You want to talk about God? God is electromagnetism. God is energy. And we have the God energy within us. So they tap on that. They've been tapping on that ever since we came out of our mother's womb. Why you think they want us to think they're protecting our children? You want somebody to worship your babies, because they have more power right now than the Jesus that you keep worshiping and going out, and your pastors and your bishops and your prime minister, your president that you vote for. Because the lack of knowledge, the fake history, the fake food, the fake remedies, the fake the remedies that they pour into us. We are creating a lifestyle that's not conducive for us. This whatever this lifestyle is, it wasn't created for the gods. We got comfortable thinking that this world is for everybody and we're fighting for freedom. That is a bunch of nonsense. We're at war. We've been at wars. Our ancestors have been at war with them. You know, what lifestyle would be conducive to us? Oh gosh, nature. Nature. You shouldn't even have to ask that. This time that we're living in, those are stupid questions. If you're asking that question, that means you're not vibrating at the right frequency. Nature. The meta nature. Fox, Naomi Fox, do your research. I don't have time for that. What is nature? Do your research. This is not kindergarten. Do your research. Yeah. Start with the Egyptian, Meta-Netter. They couldn't find a name for God, so they said Meta-Netter. I'm not here to teach. You have that wrong. I'm not here to teach you anything. You're a God. I'm here to help you remember. That's what I'm here. You want to be taught to? I'm not here to teach. Well, obviously you're not listening. So what are you doing here? Oh, you're just a distraction. I can't afford that right now. Yeah. So we haven't been living in conditions conducive to us, because what they're doing, they're harvesting our energy. They're harvesting the God-given power within us, that in our ignorance we don't know who we are. We give it to them freely. I know. I have 2 viewers. Listen, I even have 0. I'm holding the code on this app. I have 2 viewers and probably 200 followers. Yet I'm able to go live. Huh? So you're too materialistic to understand what I'm saying. You have to get in your divinity. You have to understand who we are. Viewers doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's energy. I did a video and talk about what's in your currency, what's in your bank, what's in your spiritual bank. To you right here, I have 2 viewers. That means, what does that mean? I don't have a lot of followers physically. Physically, I don't have a lot of followers. That's what that means to you. But what does it mean in the spiritual realm? What does that mean in the spiritual realm? The Bible tells you 1 chase 1,000, 2 put 10,000 to flight. And even though you're here trying to distract me and trying to be condescending, you're increasing the energy that's in my spiritual bank. Because at least you came here, you saw me and you stopped. You might probably think, I don't know if you're a bot or what, but you're increasing not my physical account. You're increasing my spiritual account. And that's what's going to matter in this time coming up. Not how much money you have in your bank account. in your physical bank account, but in this lifetime, what have you built up? Huh? What have you built up in your spiritual bank? Are you being obedient? Is your higher self pouring into you and you have totally ignored it? Have you fed the poor? Have you loved one another? Or are you only focused on the physical things? Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, she only have one person listening to her. You know, and have you make an effort to make a difference in somebody's life? Huh? We have to get out of the physicality because we're not physical beings. You know, there's I like the Bible when it talks about the parable of the talents. I think the parable of the talents. The parable of the talents, and what the Bible did. And if you understand that, get out of the physical aspect of the Bible. The Bible is the most important book because it has codes. You can go as deep as you want with the Bible. Just don't understand the Bible physically. Yeah, you can understand it physically for a while, but you have to grow in the understanding of the Bible. So when the Bible talked about the parable of the talents, and he said, I give you 5 talents. Some got 3 talents. Some got 2 talents. Some got 1 talent. And the person who got 1 talent hid his because he think he should have more. You know, hid his because he think he should have more than 1 talent. And it says when the master of the house comes, and he'd be like, oh, and listen, when the master of the house come, and everyone who he gives 3 talent, they got more. 4 talents, they got more. When he came to the person who only had 1 talent, and be like, you know, who you master? I didn't. You're lazy. I didn't do nothing with my talent. So you took from that person. Understand the scriptures. There's so many things around us. He took that talent from that person and give it to somebody else. So that's us. We're not just here to enjoy the physical aspect of this realm. We're here. We're God's an aspect of God in this realm, representing God. We are the Christ. There's only one God. Okay. So this is who we are. Get out of the physical aspect of this realm. And so, because you're so in the physical aspect of the realm, all you're doing, you're manifesting in fear. You're manifesting in separation. You're manifesting in physicality. You're manifesting independence. So when those in the government, those are governing your mental ability, comes out and says, you know what? There's a storm coming. There's a virus coming, because you haven't come in contact with your divinity. You haven't come in contact with your divinity. All you're doing is manifesting crisis and crisis and crisis until you run out of energy, until your higher self be like, you know what, come home, let's talk about this, and so you can reincarnate another time. This is what this is about. This is what this is about. You know, and another thing in the Bible that I like, another scripture, it says, let your eyes see. Why would he say, let your eyes see? Why would the Bible say, let your ears hear? Huh? Why would he say that? Because we have eyes, but we do not see, and we're ears that we do not hear. That means our hearing is not just our 5 senses. It is more deeper. It's we should be hearing the heartbeat of this realm. Did you know at certain time at night? No, I'm thinking it's the ether. You could hear the pulsing of the realm. You could hear the beating of the realm at certain time at night. When you meditate, when you're by yourself, it beats with your heart. There's a pulse, there's a vibration that rings through this realm. How many people hears it? How many people hear it? No. We're busy looking on celebrities. We're busy looking. And listen, you are a divine being. You are free to do what you want to do. But remember, it also says we reap what we sow. Don't sow corn and expect to go out there and get watermelon. You can do anything you want to do. You are the master of your own domain. Remember, you in universe. You know? Remember the you in universe. You are the master of your own domain. Remember, but it also says we reap what we sow. And you get to do this again. This is the beauty of our Creator. This is the beauty of our realm. You know, I'm glad we're getting a storm. This is the beauty of our realm. So, what's his name? Fox, Naomi Fox. You know, I thank you for inviting me into your universe, allowing me to take part in your universe, and yeah, allowing me to take part in your universe. And I hope you learned something today about self, that stop giving your beautiful energy to those who govern us mentally, and know thyself. And know thyself, and get into knowing yourself. All right. So that's it for my life, everyone. And I am thankful for my new subscribers. Thank you for those who are hearing my message, and it sounds good to you. It's you bring my channel into your universe as part of your experience here on Earth. And I'm trying to wake up others to remember the God they are, and not to allow others to govern their mental. You are the author of your own universe. You are the divine being. You just have to do the work, know who you are. You come from that source. You come from, you're on earth still. The Bible says nothing can separate you from the love of God. Nothing. You're on earth still as gods. All right, so be blessed, everyone.